Hello everyone, this is Randy Scheunemann with Steve Jackson Games. I'm here to talk about tile chess. It is a new printing of an older game that we had done. It differs from chess in that 2 to 4 people can play. That's the first difference. I'm just going to demonstrate a two-person game. There are 4 sets of pieces in each box: red, blue, green, and yellow. When you are setting up, you decide how many pawns you are going to use. More pawns equals a longer game, fewer pawns a shorter game. Decide who's going to place first and alternate after that. So one person will play and the next person will connect to the unified structure that is now in the middle of the table. The king is the last piece that would be set up on the board. On the movement, all pieces move very similar to how they would normally move, the exception being pawns, which may move sideways instead of just forward and back, and they may also capture in diagonal directions any way they choose. In this example, we've set up a quasi-random board to demonstrate some of the properties of movement that can happen in tile chess. One of the important features is that a piece may move through its own colored pieces as long as it doesn't try to stop on one. So for instance, this bishop would be allowed to move diagonally, as it always does, out past the king. This isn't necessarily desirable, as the king is now trapped in place due to the fact that if it were to move, it would strand the bishop off all by itself. An exception would be if it moves sideways, it would still leave the bishop connected to the rest of the structure in a unified format. Also a possibility is when moving, you are allowed to move through empty space as long as you connect to another piece at the end of your movement. The special rules for the knight are that it can move over not only its own pieces but opponent's pieces, just like it can in regular chess. So in this particular instance, this blue knight would be allowed to take its normal movement and capture this red rook. This would then trap the knight in place due to the queen and the reds needing to stay unified with the rest of the structure. However, it would capture the red rook for blue. In a 3 or 4 player game, if you capture a king of someone else's, you get all of their pieces, making your army larger and your opponent's smaller by comparison. You win the game when all enemy kings have been captured. That was our quick look at tile chess. This is Randy Scheunemann from Steve Jackson Games. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for playing, guys.